Hi, it's Mark from Pawlik Generation. We're here with Bernie Pawlik, Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver. We're Bernie, turn your speakers down. We're going to talk about a 2005 Mercedes-Benz CL55 AMG. Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver are Vancouver's best auto service experience. How you doing, Bernie?
I'm doing pretty well this morning.
So we're going to, as I said, a CL55 that had a ABC tandem pump replacement needed. What was going on with this sports coupe?
So this vehicle came in for a few issues, but one of them is that the ABC warning light was on the dash, and there was an issue with the suspension system. So that was the main concern the vehicle was brought in for.
So what's the light all about?
So yeah, so the ABC warning light, basically that comes on. The ABC stands for active body control, and what it is, it's Mercedes, fancy suspension system. It's hydraulic, so it uses fluid. There are hydraulic struts on all four corners of the vehicle. There are some valve units that control, and within 1/100 of a second can make readjustments on the suspension system. There's level and height sensors, and there's the pump, which is the unit that was bad on this vehicle. So the pump it's integrated with the power steering pump. It's called a tandem pump. It's actually two pumps in one. So one of the functions is to operate the hydraulic suspension system. So
what's the ABC light all about?
The ABC light, basically, it'll come on if there's a problem with the suspension system. So our diagnostic procedure, as we say so many times, we hook a scan tool, a computer up to the vehicle, access the trouble code, see what's going on, and then we can perform our tests from there. What we found was that from our tests, that the pump wasn't working. There was no pressure being developed in the system.
Okay, sounds expensive and complicated. What was wrong with this pump?
Basically, the pump had just died. We don't normally take them apart to fix them. We replace them. But everything on these suspension systems expensive. First of all, it's amazing. You can go around a corner, the vehicle doesn't lean, the control is amazing. But when things go wrong with it, and they do, it costs a lot. I mean, the pump is it depends on where you buy it. A rebuilt pump is about $700. A brand new one from Mercedes is a bit under $2,000. Plus it's a fair bit of labor to put it in, so that kind of gives you an idea on one end of the spectrum. The hydraulic struts, they can be bought remanufactured, good quality remanufactured units are $1,200, or more a piece. You buy them new or rebuilt from Mercedes, they're $2,500. So there's a lot of expensive pieces. There's 4 struts, there's valve units that are a couple $1,000. There's a lot of you can spend $20,000 or $30,000 fixing this thing. Everything happened to blow at one time, so which it won't. But that's kind of what you're up against if you own one of these cars.
Don't jump your Mercedes CL55 AMG over big obstacles.
yeah, it's not meant for jumping things. That's for sure. But on the road, it works fabulous.
So how did things work after you got all the pumps the pump replaced?
Yeah, really well. I mean, the warning light was off immediately. The pump worked great. And the whole suspension system was right back to where it was supposed to be. So yeah, it worked really well. I'll share a couple of photos while we're at it. And so here is our CL55, beautiful car. Unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to wash it before I took this photo. It's Vancouver. It's salty roads, and it doesn't look as pretty as it could. But that's the car. Very beautiful vehicle, powerful. There's the pump, the old pump that we replaced. So yeah, I mean it's nothing much. Doesn't look much more than an old grungy pump, but that's the unit. It's a couple $1,000 from Mercedes. But other than that, it's there's our piece. I'll just close our photos here, and I'm back.
Yep, you're back. So was anything else required with this repair?
Well, the other thing we did was we did a flush on the hydraulic system. It uses a special fluid. It's a Pentosyn CHF11. It's a special hydraulic fluid. It's actually commonly used in a variety of European vehicles for power steering pumps and hydraulics. It's an expensive fluid, about $30 a liter or so. But we did a flush on the system, and this holds quite a bit of fluid that. We flush the system out. The fluid gets dirty over time, and it's actually, I'd strongly recommend if you own a vehicle with a Mercedes hydraulic suspension system, flush the fluid every probably 3 or 4 years. It's a worthwhile service. The fluid gets dirty, it gets dark, it works hard, and anything you can do to keep the cost down on repairs in this vehicle is well worth it.
So I know you have one of these AMGs. I don't know what year yours is, but you have a convertible model. So how are these AMG cars overall?
Well, they're awesome, and if you own one, you can expect that you're going to spend an awful lot of money to fix it. The finicky, complicated cars, there's a lot to them. So you know, if you want one, I mean, they're amazing cars, but be prepared you're going to spend a lot of money to fix it. I mean, I sort of budget myself, I don't know, $5,000 to $10,000 a year for repairs, which is an awful lot of money. You know, when you consider an average car is probably a couple thousand. But there's a lot that can go wrong. You know, and they have big tires and they're expensive, and you know, there's a variety of those kind of things. But if you kind of keep that in mind before you buy one of these cars, then you kind of know what you're looking at. And some years you might not spend even $1,000, but you just never know. But the one thing is they tend to depreciate quite quickly, so which is why I own one, because you can, after they're 10 years old, they tend to not be worth a huge amount of money. So you can actually get an incredibly fancy car for not a lot, but you're just going to pay a lot of money to fix it. So you know, but there's a lot to them. It's a good mechanics car, which is I think why the price goes down so much. If you have the money to buy one new, then you know you may as well just buy a new one.
So great car with caveats.
Yeah, exactly. Great car with caveats. Just be prepared to spend a lot of money on repairs.
So there you go, expert opinion from Bernie Pawlik at Pawlik Automotive. And if you want Pawlik to look after your Mercedes or any other vehicle, basically in Vancouver, these are the folks to call. 604-327-7112 to book. They're busy, you have to book ahead, or check out their website, pawlikautomotive.com. Couple of years worth of hangout videos on there talking about all different kinds of cars. Thanks, Bernie.
Thanks, Mark.